Hi, how y'all doing tonight? Man, them silver premiums, they may be out of control, guys. Um, Welcome to another shop talk with myself, Keith, and I'll get these fingers right. That way is,
Mike with Mid America.
and
Good
down
seeing
below
you, hearing
us.
you guys again.
Robert with Coin Off. Hello, everybody.
Now, everybody up here is a coin dealer, so that's cool. So you guys have been experiencing, oh, my bad. Mike, tell us a little bit about your shop while we're here.
What would you like to know, sir?
I don't know. Tell everybody about your shop. How
Well,
you make your money.
guys, looks like looks like we're heading into a whole new game. Premiums are going up. Founder companies are having trouble getting silver. I don't know if you guys noticed that there is anywhere from a 5 to 10 week wait. And the reason why I say that, I call some and they say, hey, I got 4 to 5 weeks out, and I got to call others. I'm 9 to 10 weeks out. Unfortunately, it's getting harder and harder to stay live. So basically, guys, I'm going to tell you something, and you're probably going to hear it from the rest of this panel. Maybe it's time we move off bullion and let's start going collectible.
Okay, Robert, how about you? What's your thoughts on the topic we're going to be discussing most of the night?
Well, I took and I just had that conversation with somebody else. Actually, it was with Joe Durbin, a friend of mine in the hobby, and I took and I told him, I said, you know what? I said the premiums of silver are going so high. I said a lot of people I know, I said I'm moving towards it, are buying Morgans or collectibles, as Mike says, any collectible, but collectible silver to make up for the difference because the premiums every time silver goes down 50 cents, the premium goes up 50 cents. So
I think it went a little bit bigger this time. Silver went down 50 cents. I think premium went up $1 this time.
I was just using an example, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts on the silver premiums. Last Sunday, we had an auction, and the Sunday before. The Sunday before, it was like I had all this 90%. Nobody really wanted to buy it. I sold a few of the $5 bags. And the next Sunday, I didn't even offer them because they went so bad. And also earlier in that week, some guy came in and bought like $300 face. So it kind of put me a little short. But then come yesterday and today, it's like, oh, okay, I got a little bit of silver left, but I don't have enough to last. It's the premiums are crazy. And I think I kind of agree with Mike. I kind of agree with Robert down there. I think we should try to look at collectibles just a little bit more than just straight bullion. That's my thoughts. But what do I know? I'm just a guy, right? So we got 28 people in the chat. At least that's what it says right here. Live viewers.
You mind if I say something, Keith?
Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. The reason why you're seeing this, every time the market moves down, if you haven't noticed, the U.S. Mint has moved equal prices up. And the reason is we're being told now, at this time of the year, I would have been offering pre-orders. I can't offer you on Canadian or the U.S. Mint stuff. And if anybody's offering you, and I do know there's a company out there, I'm not going to mention their name, who is offering silver eagles at $20 over for brand new eagles. They're rolling the dice because we don't know if they're going to roll out silver or not. They might not roll out silver eagles until late. Because I don't even know when I'm going to get them.
And then the question you may want to ask yourself, is that company going to honor the pre-orders, or are they going to refund the money because they cannot get them at spot?
I'm sure
where the premiums.
Knowing this company, I'm sure they'll honor giving the money back if they can't get them. Here's the thing, guys. It's just like a bank. You give me your money and I can't fulfill your order. I was able to use your money to do other stuff with. Is that right to you? No. When I do a pre-order with somebody, that order goes in that day. I guarantee you guys your silver at a certain date. If I don't deliver, then I should be paying you 5% over or something.
Yeah. A good company, if they can't
but
deliver.
I've always delivered. So.
I think a good company, if they are even at all capable of getting the silver, they will buy the silver and take a loss to fulfill your order. And if they can't buy it at all, they'll go ahead and give you like some type
I've
of
done
credit
that
with
in the
their
past.
company for a future purchase.
I've done that in the past. I covered that guy over there, right there before on the Eagles and stuff. The market kept going up.
Yeah, thank you very much.
But
So,
yeah,
guys,
this year here, I won't be doing any of that. I'm telling everybody right now, our wait time is, we're telling you guys 5-6 weeks out. I mean, we can't keep live silver again.
your mic started cracking again. Did it switch back automatically?
Oh, let me go check. It only takes a second.
Okay, CM Silver says the premiums are why I am now going after old foreign silver. CM, that is a great ideal, but having said that, even the collectible old foreign silver can get pretty pricey. So it may not be, unless you're going for the collectability. But yeah, some of that old foreign silver, world silver, that's something good to go after. Morgans are another item. What do you think about that, Robert? Do you think that's a good choice to go after?
My wife does all of our foreign stuff. She's Filipino. Hey, she's already got me beat there. So, but she's picked up the hobby and she does foreign. And I'll tell you what, it's like our hobby. I mean, Mike can tell you he's been doing it long enough. Keith, you have too. It don't matter. I mean, there's enough people in America that are, or at least I've been seeing here within the last 5 years, enough people come into the market, especially since, everybody got told to go home and stay at home for 2 weeks. The internet market just blew up, and there's a lot of new people that come into it, and a lot of those people are choosing to do foreign coins, which I think, you know what, for the first year or so, they're buying them pretty cheap. The prices are edging up, as you just suggested, yeah. Keith.
That is true. Mike, your opinion on maybe buying foreign, or maybe like DTS here says, yes, Morgan's also. What do you think? Foreign, Morgan's, what? Well, you're muted. No sound. Okay, well, while he gets his sound going, Robert and I can just keep playing twiddlywinks. No sound yet, sir. We're having technical difficulties here with Mike, so we do apologize. So anyway, guys, if you haven't checked out Robert from CoinOp, you can click his channel link down.
Can you hear me now?
Description. We can hear you now. Let me finish this plug for you guys, and then we'll go back to that question. Check out Robert from CoinOp. His description or his link is in the chat. Or just put at CoinOp, which is in the chat. Same thing with Mid America. He also has a channel link. Check their channels out. Great guys. Anyway, your thoughts, Mike, on possibly buying foreign silver and/or Morgans?
Yes, like I was saying, I'm sorry I got muted somehow. Listen, guys, there is a lot of people out there right now buying foreign gold and silver. They think they're getting it cheaper. Honestly, do the math. Because when you try to buy foreign gold from me, even on generic, I'm going to be 8 to 10% over. Because I'm paying over for it. And I've been saying this for weeks on Keith's channel. I said it on Silver Seekers. The bottom line is there's a premium. So if you bring it in my shop, I'm going to pay you a premium. That means my premium, what I used to be to what I am today, has went up. If I'm paying a higher number, then I got to raise the numbers. That's how it all works. It's just so, if you think you're buying foreign, you're getting a better deal. Make sure you know what that really melts for and see what you're really getting. Because,
well, if they're buying for the numismatics of it,
numismatics is a whole lot different. But
it's a whole lot different.
Yeah, I mean, let's take your 20 francs. Most of people know there's a bunch of them out there still. That is bullion. Okay.
Just sounds like Silver Frogman's having trouble squeezing his stocking funds. Sorry about that.
Stacking.
Stacking funds,
Stacking
stocking funds.
funds,
It's
not
all the
stocking.
same.
Well,
It's our stocking, right?
You know what?
If you're hanging on the mantle and putting silver in it, yeah, I guess so.
I do want to go back to what CM Silver said, because I tell you what, I
Okay.
I've
think
seen that.
it is extremely important. He said he is finding what I like and enjoy. That's priority. And I think that is that's the top thing, because you're the one who's got to own it. And I tell that to anybody who collects. They say, what should I collect? What do you enjoy?
Hey guys, if you're buying them as collectible and you go to some shop and they say, "Oh, that's just bullion to me," well, hey, that's fine. That's his opinion. Walk out of the shop, because there's guys like me, guys like Keith, guys like Robert. We do buy collectibles, so
Now,
therefore we're going to look at that value.
Steve Goering, I like old foreign silver. There are some pretty designs out there.
Yes, there
Very,
is.
very pretty designs. And I've said it plenty of times before. You'll hear me say it in some of my videos. You'll hear me say it on live streams or in an auction or whatever. Have fun collecting your silver, collecting your gold. Don't do it. Don't try to buy just the cheapest. I know it's important to get cost efficient silver stack, but if you're not having fun, you're going to end up selling it later for even less than you paid for it if you bought the cheap stuff. So always enjoy what you buy. That is so important. These guys are talking about
and
the foreign
guys,
silver
when
out
he said
there.
we're about the fun part in St. Louis this year. I am bringing a showcase. It's going to be zipped up. It ain't opening until the public walks in, so the dealers don't get to pick on it. We're gonna keep that case zipped up in a body bag until you guys arrive. So any of you guys out there want to see some cool coins that's going to go up for sale, Mid America is going to be unveiling one showcase. I did this last year. It brought a lot of excitement. We're going to unveil it, and you guys are going to love what's inside.
That is awesome. You don't want to go through no 82cc reminiscence, do you?
Check out Ned Gas Guy says, I'm starting to put together a Peace Dollar album. Good luck with that, and don't forget to pick up. Well, it depends on the grade you're getting, but pay attention to.
I'm going to have some six. I'm going to just get a little hint. There'll be some 63s and 64s Peace Dollar in that case. And guess what? A couple of them are the keys.
So what were you saying about the Peace Dollar set, Robert?
I was just going to say, get that 34S out of your hair first, because that's going to take in. Depends on what grade he goes after. That and it's going to cost him a little bit.
Yeah, it's always best to buy the more expensive coins first. Walrus is I can't pronounce that. Man bear pig? Walrus man bear pig. I hope I pronounced it right. Yeah, it seems to be going after seated halves. That's a good choice. What do you guys think about the seated halves?
Look at that. That's only an AU.
Well, I know.
No,
Why don't you put a 6 where that 5 is?
That would be nice.
That's like me and Mark A out there was talking.
Hey, listen, I got a black marker you can borrow, see?
Hey, I got you one a little better than that, Keith. Or Mike, I got one of those label makers.
There you go. There you go.
So if you guys have any questions you need us to address, put 3 or 4 question marks in front of your question, and I will look at those as best I can. If I don't get to everybody's comments or questions, leave a comment at the end of the show, and I will do my best, and I will answer those and respond back to you. We can't see everything in the chat, but we do try to get it all between one of the 3 of us.
Thank you, Med Gas Guy. Hey, Med Gas Guy, come over to Coin Op. We take, well, there it is. We take and we have auctions, and I put it up for sale, or get a hold of me.
There you go. And half dimes, love them. Oh, I love the half dimes. Oh, they are wonderful. They're so small and cute. Wow, I'm
I'll
chatty.
send you the ones I got if you like them that much, Keith.
Budget minus 30 times. I'm not sure what that means, budget coin hunter.
He said he thought he was paying a lot when he paid 18 times face. It's like, man, that's cheap.
No, that's cheap. I sold when I sold that couple $100, the $300 actually. I sold 21 times on dimes and quarters and 24 times on halves, and now I have to pay that much or more to get them. Actually, the 21 I have to pay more than, and the 24 I think I still have to pay more than. I can sell them to wholesalers for more than I sold them for. So yeah, 18 was a steal. Okay, so I think I'm down the bottom. See, I'm having trouble looking over the camera because if it's too far back, I can't see nothing. There you go. Big Rocky says he's got it for 30 times. Hey, it'll go up there. It'll get up there. If these premiums keep going crazy, I think it will.
What's that?
My light bulb just went out over here. I'll be darned it did.
That's okay.
I need a light bulb change.
Now you're not as orange.
Hey, yeah, now that you come think about it. No, I just noticed it. I've got a light here, here, and here. I got 3 lights.
Yeah, that's all right. I can't get them to turn lights on here.
Well, I don't know if tech support will come in and change my light bulb while I'm live or not.
Yeah, but Mike, you know, this
Going
is
through
the
my
show.
We got
This is
tech
smart,
support
baby.
in there. We need lights on.
Hey, I'm not Oompa Loompa no more. Maybe that was the one that was making me orange. So maybe I need to reposition it. Well, I'm not so bad now. I'm fading right here now because there's no light.
That is better. Thank you. Tech support.
Question. Here we go. A whole bunch of them. Dan Ing says, how's the deck, Mike?
Man, I tell you, I won't do another one. And if anything could go wrong on this deck,
The light
it
just
went
burnt out
wrong.
or something.
I mean, Lowe's has really screwed me over.
I don't know. I just changed
Now
it.
they sent me the wrong parts for the railing, so I got to ship them back and wait again.
You just remember why you got out of construction, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, it's still cheaper than what them guys are trying to rake me to do it. They brought me out of retirement because of that.
Do you guys finally think we're seeing the paper and physical prices splitting? Ask Budget Coin Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm noticing a big difference. I'm thinking the bulb just burnt, Angel.
You still look like you got better light than I got.
Yeah, but I'm fading. Oh well, I'll live with it. We'll just have to check it out later.
Sound like you had a ghost behind you.
Well, no, what's really weird is that is the one we just hooked up brand new, and this one's been working for a year. What'd you do? What was wrong?
I just what you normally do is to
Turn it off and then turn it back on.
no, you turn it off, turn it on, and hit it a couple times.
Look at there.
Oh, now I'm towing orange again. Oh, well. Hey, I'm not fading so much right here.
Anyway, okay, let's get back to what we was doing here.
She's going
Budget
oompa
Coin
loompa.
Hunter.
Oompa, oompa,
We already answered that
boobity-doo. So, yeah, I seriously think we're getting to a point because the silver is getting squeezed. These premiums, I think, are getting out of control. What I feel could possibly happen in the future, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think is if the premiums keep getting squeezed, I'm actually at $2 over, and I'm thinking about offering more to the public than $2 over. I mean, I don't know if I'd be wrong or right, but it's
Well, guys, here's the thing.
Getting tight.
Back to what we were saying about collectibles. Have any of you guys really paid attention to I'm not talking about just the U.S. mint, all the mints? Do you notice they're offering less and less bullion out there, more and more collectible coins?
yeah, they're offering the higher premium stuff now.
Yep.
I think the silver and gold ratio
silver ratio
is about
today.
88, is it not?
Yeah, it's 88
Yeah.
to 1.
Yeah, it's
88 to
around
1. I
88.
just looked.
Yeah.
All right. There you go. See what questions do? I get to them quicker.
But see if you can trade it like that.
They ain't happening.
Nope.
Ain't happening. No, but seriously, guys, I have been contemplating and giving it some real serious thought. I'm really thinking about raising my offer price to the public walking in. I'm thinking about
We
going
should
up
have
a
already
buck.
done that.
I'm thinking about
Just
going up a
saying.
buck. Well, you know, the problem with raising it,
Then I would say, welcome to the real club.
is that what it is? Well, the problem with is if the premium disappears, you have to understand my plight there. Then I'm stuck. But then again, it's still cheaper than a wholesaler, so I might as well just do it. I'm going to drop the hammer right here. I'm going to start offering $3 over to the public for the generic stuff right now.
And guys,
Give me
he
some
ain't
emails.
lying.
I need it.
He ain't lying because I know one of his wholesalers. He is buying it cheaper than under the wholesale price.
Wholesale price is between $4 and $5, depending on where you go.
Well, it depends on what wholesaler you're dealing with.
Yeah.
This guy still ain't doing that to you.
Yeah, I'll be down to get that silver too.
I sold that already. I'm going to have to send you an email on that.
Hello.
Yeah, you heard it right
We
here. I'm
got-
raising
we
my
got you
offer on
guys
generic
sitting
rounds.
in a corner.
Ooh, and it's on film too, so I can't get out of it. No, but for a while I'm gonna have to until I can get my stock built back up. I think I need to offer $3. People come in, I'll just say it's $18.65. So I give $21.65. They'll go crazy. I paid $21 today, and silver never hit 19, so I'd kind of already raised it. C130 says, "Buy Franklin and Walker Liberty halves."
Yep.
Great idea. That is an awesome idea. I tried to sell some of those. Nobody wanted to buy them hardly.
You know what I sell? You know what I sell faster than anything in halves?
I ordered for 24 times face, and I packed all the bags up.
You want to know what my fastest selling halves are?
Kennedys,
How'd you know?
because they have more silver weight.
Yeah, that's right. My guys know they ain't after.
Kennedy! Who does that? Who does that? Who does that real quick? Robert? Who
I
says
don't
it
know.
like that? Rob finds treasures.
Okay.
He goes, Kennedy! Silver Seeker has one of them on his channel where he says that. Look just like that. I think it's cool. It's kind of neat. If it's 80-1, why would you not trade at that ratio? Okay, it's not 80-1, Silver Frogman, but if it was 80-1, why we would not trade at the ratio is because they each have different premiums. Each size has a different premium. Silver versus gold, the premium on each is different. Like a gold maple, I just bought 5 of them and I paid $1,800. Of course, gold was up a couple dollars higher than it was, but not much. Mike's looking at me. You got took.
I'm just saying.
No, it was 1705 or 1711 when I paid $1,800. He's still just saying they're up, man. Their premiums are going. Did you look at the premiums on that stuff?
I know what my cost is on new ones, and it's still a little cheaper than that. That's all I got to say.
Okay, there's Against an Army saying again, please begin the questions with triple question mark to make sure your question gets noticed. So always, yeah, that is very helpful, guys, because I might not always notice them. Because as the chat gets busier in the chat, and I want to thank the 146 new subscribers to Coin Crew. Thank you in the past 7 days. That is awesome. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Okay, here's a question. Mike or Robert, one of you guys want this? Robert?
I'm not in. I'm not. I don't qualify to give investment advice. That's all I can say.
Why do you think I'm passing it off to you? Because I don't qualify. Mike, you want to try it?
Is numismatic coins good to keep in and as an investment? Yes, they are actually.
They have. We are not financial advisors, but they have over the long term proven to be good investments in the past in
You
history.
see how I got him to roll, Robert?
But but given that past performance does not guarantee future results, and you'll hear that from any financial advisor, even though I'm not qualified. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. But yes, I think they're a great investment.
In the past, I'm gonna tell you, collectible coins as the market changed always seem to hold their value longer, better than bullion any day of the week. Now, will they drop? Will they drop? Yes. If you're messing with brand new product, that to me is not really an investment product. That stuff, there's too much of it coming out.
The new stuff is more of a bullion.
I'm talking the old stuff. And I think, Keith, remember when we all went after the 13S dimes? They was only $3.
Freeze.
What?
Question: Are you older than me, brother? Someone asked.
No.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. When we went after the 13S dimes,
we went after the 13S dimes, and we was paying in the shows $5 when there's only like $2 and $3. Guys, we found a few of them, and then all of a sudden they jumped up to $25-$30. We brought them back out again. So that's what I'm saying.
Would not hurt. Start a new graph, buddy.
You like look in that denomination, and you might see one that's a little lower minute than the one that's really going to high money. If your gut feels like, hey, maybe them are going to be the next one to pop up, that's what I would invest in. That's what we did.
Okay, Gen X says, Coin Crew, do I need to start a new subscriber graph? It's a possibility, yes. This time the stop is 10,000 though. Just saying. We're not pausing at the 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to try to go all the way to 10. No special parties along the way. You'll have to be in the streams to get those giveaways I've promised on Sunday. So, here's a question. Mrs. Coin Crew says, "What collectible coins are getting harder to get?" Mike, you want to do this first, and then we'll let Robert. What collectible coins are getting harder?
Answer.
It'll be the same answer, probably, yeah, or close to it.
Well, me myself, I'm finding older, harder date gold is getting really hard for me to find.
I'm talking for the everyday collector, not everybody.
The everyday collector. I'm going to say Morgan dollars. They're getting, and if you look at the numbers, they're climbing because they are getting harder to find nice dollars. And guys, one thing about it, when you're looking at them holders, this is the real reason why they're flying. If you look at them holders, some of them coins are either undergraded or overgraded. The grading companies have slipped a little bit. So the guys that are paying good money, they're looking for nice, bright, white ones, true grades. So that's what you should be looking for. So study your books, look at your coins, or maybe if you trust your coin dealer, go in and have them look at the coin for you and say, hey, is this one a good deal? Yeah, I know it's $10 higher than that same one that got over there in the 6-3 holder. But why is it? And your coin dealer, if he's fair and honest with you, say, hey, this one is a true grade.
All right, Robert, what's your opinion on that? Because I do have another question I want to get to.
Okay, well, I do tend to agree with what Mike just said. I mean, I would, however, push more towards your semi-keys or keys as well. But what he said is so important, and I've seen this here within the last few years, finding a nice, and I mean a nice Morgan dollar. Every day it seems to be getting harder and harder to get the nice ones. So
I'm having trouble getting the real nice ones too. So yeah, that's that one. Oh, and hello to Frank Mons, and right above him was the question. If each one of us, well, more of a statement than a question, if each one of us stackers just got one other person to buy 1 ounce, just one, would send a tidal wave through the market. I do believe that to be true because there's only like 3.5 ounces for every person in the world's population, if I'm not mistaken. And with the amount of stackers, that would be phenomenal. What do you guys think?
Well, yeah, there's more stackers than there is silver, really.
Yeah.
But see, the good part about, and that's what we're pushing on tonight, The good part about stacking is it always don't mean
I'm
you're
good.
stacking silver
About
and
15
gold.
minutes.
You can stack even collectible coins. Stacking is stacking. Just remember, stack what you like, invest right, look for the best coin you can. And Robert is 100% right. If you can afford to buy that higher price one in that set you're working first, get it out of the way. You got it, the rest becomes easy.
Okay, trying to find 1893 or 95, any mint mark on 95. The 95, most people will never get, but a mint mark 95 is impossible at a reasonable price, that is. Yeah, they're expensive and they are harder to find. I wish I would have kept my 93.0 I had. But, that's neither here nor there. I no longer have it. What do you guys think? Those two dates harder to get? Getting harder?
They are.
Oh, yeah. Lee Sandy asked Coin Op, what is better, varieties or errors? That's a way too open of a question for me to answer.
I can answer it real quick.
Go for it.
Whichever you prefer, because they're both hard to get.
Whatever
a good variety or a good error. Mrs. Coin Crew says hasn't seen 20-cent pieces in a while. Frank Mons, not true. Not true. I've been selling some of my nice Morgans. Some.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen them. Let me see them.
As a matter of fact, it's all raw stuff going up. This Sunday, there is a total of 13 lots of silver dollars between Morgan and Peace. They're all relatively nice, but no certified.
But that's what I was talking about. Certified. What NGC and
yeah, they're hard to get.
Great. What NGC and PCGS has been great in lately would never fly a couple of years ago.
No.
I'm sorry to say.
It's about making, not buying. That overspot at 6 to 8 is slowing my buy. I think it's slowing everybody's buying, but the situation is there's still a whole lot more people buying than aren't buying, because the people, like I had people call today and they wanted 50 or 100 ounces of something. I'm like, no, I don't have it. Things are getting tight.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I know. But they wanted it right then and there. They didn't want a pre-order. I already offered that.
Yeah, see, you could have guaranteed that one because it's sitting there waiting on you.
I had to I was selling gold this past Sunday on the auction, and I put it up. I didn't have it in the lineup, and I said, okay, I got 3, maybe 4 pieces of gold. I sold 1 piece of gold at old gold. Then I sold another gold, and then a quarter ounce gold. And I'm like, nope, I'm not selling the half ounce, because I knew the premiums were up and I weren't getting them. I sold them. I sold the gold at less than I could replace it for. So, yeah, I'm just going to have to starting gold off at what it cost me from now on.
Well, look at your 1 ounce gold eagles versus your quarter ounce gold eagles. I never thought I'd see them two so close together.
What's that? Which one?
Quarter ounces and 1 ounce eagles.
Oh, the premiums. Oh, yeah. The premiums are almost the same. It's all crazy. Do you see what the wholesalers are paying on proof gold? Almost $800, $740, $750 over for a proof 1 ounce. They might as well just say $1,000, huh? Over spot.
Yeah, well, we're not paying that high, but we are paying $650 right now.
All this is going to change really fast because our dollar is not getting stronger. The other currencies are getting weaker, and then it's going to hit our currency. Yes, I think our currency is getting weaker too. I think the currency of other countries is just getting weaker faster. What do you guys think? Agree or disagree with me on that, or do you have your own thoughts?
No, I agree with you.
Oh, you disagree? Okay, Robert?
No, I agree. I said.
No, I said, oh, okay, you agree. So, Robert, you have an opinion?
It's fiat currency. It's a debt currency. It's bound to fail. There's not one, and Mike can tell you this. There's never been one fiat currency ever succeed.
They're designed to become worthless after 50 to 100 years. And they have to, just like Mexico, in one of the more recents that actually came out came out of a bad scenario was Mexico with the peso, and then in '95 they went to the Nuevo peso. They revalued their money, and that's what a lot of them will do. They'll revalue it, sometimes come out with something and call it different, and then all the old ones before a certain date. You try to cash in anything before 1995, it has no monetary value in Mexico. Just saying.
Right.
So yeah, look at Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Wilmar Republic. It's just endless. It's still going on in Venezuela, isn't it not?
Yeah, I felt, you know, speaking of that, I felt so sorry for a guy. He bought $350. That's what he spent for the Mexican money. He called me up on his way back. I said, well, let me see what you got. He bought all old Mexican money, which would have been over 300,000 had it been good.
But it was old money he bought.
It was just poundage.
Yeah.
He paid $350.
There's a video out there, Keith and Mike. I don't know if you guys seen it, but there's this guy over in Venezuela, and he's using their old fiat currency to store his little gold nuggets in that he's using to trade now.
Okay. So C130, C-130 is saying something a little bit different than I did because I said 50 to 100. They're saying the average lifespan, because I'm sure there's currencies that only last a couple of years.
30 years.
It's 30 years. But what I was saying was I think they're designed to value down the zero at 50 to 100, depending on which country puts them out. But yeah, to know that the average span is only 30 years.
I don't know
what your fiat is, just a piece.
We're way over 30 years already.
Oh yeah.
Right. But
we became fiat in 73, 74.
71, 72.
Somewhere in the early 70s. It was definitely between 1970 and 75. Can we agree?
It was 71, I think, and Budget Coin Hunter said that, and I believe it's 71. That's when Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Yep.
I've never known a fiat to last 50 or 100 years. Well, our fiat is past 50.
Right, but I believe the average is higher than the 30, okay? Smaller countries, I agree. 30 years seems to be the number, but you got to look at the size. But here's the one thing that I discussed with other people a long time ago. This time, fiat currency in America is tied in with the rest of the fiat currency around the world. There's no currency backed by gold right now. And so you have got a world united, and the dollar is the reserve for the whole world. So
that's partially right, Robert. If you remember, Russia already started backing by gold.
Well, so
China's already backed by gold.
They're starting to. They haven't yet.
Comment. I haven't looked this up. Amy Harrell says the Dodd-Frank Act rewrote things, I think, in 2008. What I'm trying to say is the FDIC, which insures our money in the banks, and checking accounts are last to be paid out in a crash. You know, I believe the government to pull something sneaky like that. They're all about trying to, I guess you could say, screw the little guy.
That got changed in 2010.
It's like a couple.
Yeah, they're going to pay out the banks, the people's money last.
A couple of our local banks are now, and that's why we got people coming in the store trying to buy a regular change. The government is not doing what they used to do for some of the Fed banks.
They're not going to.
The change that they have to order, people didn't realize the banks had to pay for it, but they got refunded back from the government. Well, they're not doing that right now. So the bank said, wait a minute, we're not paying for this change. You want change, you got to pay X amount of dollars plus face value, which is their cost. They're not making any money on it. So
no, they have to pay to have that. The government does not sell money for face. Sorry to tell you guys.
No, they have to buy it. The banks had to buy it, but they had there was always a refund clause that the government helped them out to keep them where they was able to give people change. And now it's starting, and you're probably going to start seeing it in your areas where the banks are saying, hey, wait a minute, you need change? I got to charge you X amount of dollars over the face value. So we got people trying to come in our store and buy our change. Me, I'm waiting for the bank to come and ask.
Now, this is a real good guy. I know him. He's local. He says 73 was the effects of the Nixon order. I guess that's when it was actually passed. Nixon was the one who took us off the gold standard.
That could be because it takes a while for that to happen. However, just to let you guys know, look up bank buy-in because there's no more bailouts.
And they are right because I remember reading something about that.
The FDIC only has enough money to cover 1.5% of all the deposits.
That sounds right.
Wow.
I read that. It is true.
I believe it.
A lot of people think that their $250,000 is going to be covered. What they just said there's only 1.5 because there's something like I think it's 1.5 trillion that they have in an account where there's over $11 trillion in savings.
Yeah, they can go back and look in California in 2009. All them movie stars and everybody that got paid when that bank got in trouble. They didn't get all their money. They had too much money in there. But yeah, that is a bad deal. What's going on right now with the government?
Okay, we were well off the standard because there is no silver in the 1965 4, and by 65 halves were 40, and by 71 there was no. The reason why, and there is a big misconception in that why the U.S. and almost everybody around the world stopped making silver coins at or about the same time frame, and that was because if they had continued making silver coins, they would have exhausted all the silver, which would have skyrocketed the prices. So therefore, they took it upon themselves to stop making silver coins. And then they went one step further and took us off the money being backed by silver and gold. But it was not because the silver was too expensive. It was they didn't want it to become too expensive.
So what happened
Wasn't
in
enough out there.
1986 then?
What?
When the U.S. government started making our silver dollars.
1986, they started making the silver dollars, but they made them to sell for a premium, and they made them in such a way, and you see it today, some of them silver dollars and silver eagles get remelted down. I know people that just melt them down if they're junky. Oh, we don't want to keep it?
I know,
Let's melt it.
But stop to think how many silver eagles the U.S. Mint in the past few years have printed out. Is more than the money they was making back in the 60s.
No. They were making a ton. They were making hundreds of millions of silver coins. It was a lot more than 50 million silver eagles worth. And they're actually making more money off the eagles.
I got a question for Keith and for Mike.
I'll leave me out of this.
Oh, I'm in trouble now.
No, this and that this will fit into our discussion. And
let's do it.
Yeah,
fire away.
That there, same applies. I'm concerned because if you look on the mint where they're selling their silver and gold, look at how they describe it. They're describing it as bullion. They're not considering it money. Yes. And if you remember, what was it? When Franklin Delano Roosevelt took and confiscated our gold, they said the bullion back then.
Keith,
right.
I've been saying this. There is a reason why they put a monetary value on them coins. And I'm going to tell you, I had a few people tell me that, they can't do that because 1933 it was written into Congress. Let's go back, let's go 60s and 70s. How many times the president sat down and changed the law that was written into Congress? I am worried about them recalling silver eagles, gold eagles, and all that. And if they do recall it, how much do they have to pay for that?
They have to pay whatever they say the silver's worth at the time.
No, they don't.
1971, the day the dollar died. Okay, now we're here in 1971. We know it was the early 70s. We're just guys up here. We don't know a whole lot.
But wait a minute. They don't have to pay the price of silver. Once again, you didn't hear me. The monetary value.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Mike. Because I'll tell you what, I I got an audit one time, and IRS says, "How much is your coin collection?" When I got it out, okay, this $20 gold double eagle,
$20.
That's right. The
That's
government.
all they can guarantee to sell it for.
The government, all they have to pay if they call back our money is $1.
Okay, we got
$50.
crazy
Point.
for
My bad.
crazy for Mopar. Remember, for 20 months, Russia's new gold exchange is set to go. Russia's gold exchange is set gold up to 2,500. He did it on a members chat, and it didn't come up in the chat box, so I couldn't pin it. I don't know why. Yeah. But sorry. But anyway, he said they gold exchange, they set gold to 2,500 in Russia.
And that's right, because Russia is now trading with gold, and they traded it, and they have been trading it on what they call a fair market value, which has a premium. And I've been hearing that, and that's nothing new for me, but I mean, might be for you guys. That is true what they're doing. So if they're saying the true monetary value, why ain't our gold up there yet? Because we got a manipulation in the market.
John Howe says 1933, when gold was stolen from the government, they paid $25. They can pay anything in fiat because it's not real money, no value, doesn't really matter. Yeah, that is true. They can pay whatever they say it's worth. If they want to say it's worth face value, they can say face value.
I'm gonna look that up again because I don't think that was it. I think
Frank Mon said they'd have to melt his eagles if they tried to recall. He'd melt them into a clump. I do know that there is such a thing as collectability to it, where they couldn't like recall it if it's like collectible art. That's how come some of the old gold survived, is because it was worth so much more as a collectible coin.
A lot of them hit it.
Yeah, that too. And then it became collectible later.
But remember, back when they recalled the gold, the coin collector that had the high price tag gold was a pretty big influence with the government at that time. And that's how they got that passed, where they would not, they didn't demand the collectibles at that time.
Ida says, what happened to Mike? What happened to the people who don't have gold and silver? What's going to happen to those people?
Well, guys, I mean, if they don't have gold and silver, or they don't have anything to give them some type of, I mean, land's good. I mean, if you don't put something back, that fiat money is going to be nothing. You should put something back. I'm not saying put it all in silver and gold. I'm saying land's good marketing. I mean, but the problem with land is you got to really watch it sometimes, because if you decide not to sell it to them when they're widening the highway, they got a bad habit of taking it anyway. So,
And they can always raise your taxes.
Yeah, they can always raise your taxes. Yes, true.
Hello, Ida, by the way.
Here is what could happen if you have
And
no
I
gold
will
or
call you
silver.
later. I did get your message.
You will
the
work
other
for
day,
someone
but I'm
who
real busy
does.
on deck.
That's what Frank said. He said you will work for someone who does.
Good chance, man.
Oh, man, this water's just not hitting me. I got a frog in my throat. Ribbit.
Well, hopefully somebody will hire me, because I don't know. If they go to that, my wife's probably taking all my silver and gold, and I'm broke.
Final countdown said I'm waiting for my silver 4 to 5 weeks for his silver eagles. Yeah, it's getting crazy out there. Some of our wholesalers are telling us as much as 8 or 10. Depends on who we buy from. So I think we pretty well kept most of the way on topic. Dan says he needs a deck, Mike.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I've done my last one.
Water tonight. You know, Mountain Dew does coat my throat here, so I don't cough better. Water just kind of
water here.
Strips it. No, I don't want no Mountain Dew. I need some more water. Thank you.
If I was squirrel, I'd charge you for that.
I got a good, loving wife. Mrs. Coin Crew rocks. Ask anybody in the chat; they'll tell you she's good to me.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that problem.
Yeah, she just. Oh, get that bot. Oh, someone got it. Who got it? Oh man, he's quick. I just seen it come up over here. Against the Army, got that bot. I'm not even gonna put it up here. Tender hot. All right then. Thank you, Against an Army. He was quick on that. Oh, I gotta block that from the channel.
You need a hot day.
No. Oh, he already hit it from the channel. Thank you.
Good luck getting it. 2023 ASCs.
Chief Stacker says that's why he
Yeah.
waits for me to get to silver, then he gets for him. No 6-week wait. That is true, guys. I might not be the cheapest, but at least when I have it, I have it. I'll ship it out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday the following week. All right, I'm sorry, Mrs. Coin Crew will ship it out. I got to give her the props. She does all the shipping. Okay, and then silverback currency was like prior to 1965. It's called Quantum Financial System. Do your research. I might have to do that, Dino, because I don't understand what you're talking about. Quantum Financial System. Someone else probably does.
Not me.
I just call it silver and gold standard. Yeah, I got this darn camera. It's kind of blocking the chat, so I'm kind of having to click back and forth. I'm having issues. So, what do you guys think? Do you think we stayed on topic? We didn't get a whole lot of questions, more statements than anything. That's why it seemed like I was throwing a whole lot of random stuff up. So, Mike, you getting back to the subject, you feel that it's much better to collect at this point in time with the premiums. Do you feel it's much better to collect the collectible coins over the just simple stacking silver or gold? And
I do.
And is there a way someone can still stack silver and gold and kind of be collectible with any of this new gold stuff out there?
Well, I got a little problem with that new gold stuff because they're all coming out with new stuff, and the bad about it is it gets a little crazy, it gets hot, and if you're the first one in, you've way overpaid. Look at the 19S high release. Remember what happened there with them Eagles? They went as high as $5,000, $6,000. I think there was one guy where I seen online that they paid $10,000 for it, and now look at what they're at now.
What about the number one graded BCDS 2014 Kennedy, first graded?
Oh, you had the same thing with the reverse proof. They sold for $100,000.
$100,000
to have number one.
I don't know. Number one wasn't worth it to me. If I had $1 million, if I had 100,000 or $1 million, I wouldn't have paid it.
Buffalo, the guy that bought it decided 6 months later he wanted to sell it, and the highest offer out there was $5,000. That's a little hard to swallow, paying 100,000 and only. That's what I'm talking about. The new stuff. You got to be.
Robert, do you think you can answer BR's question?
What's that?
Why is it so long to get metals in after you guys order?
Everything's short right now. I mean, everyone, you know what? I'm glad that was brought up because that was a question I was going to ask Mike because Mike, I had a feeling you might know the answer to this. Whatever happened? I heard that lady that bought all of that silver, the 50 million, I heard the government come in because she was going to buy 500 million. I heard the government come in, had a discussion, and shut that deal down.
They did. For the simple fact, there is not enough metals to cover her order. And right now,
went on the maybe that lady is going on the open market right now to get her silver, and that's causing the silver shortage.
Well, that's what I think happened because they took them to fulfill that order. What I heard the guy who filled the order say was they had to finish the order up with 23 million in 90%.
Well, I didn't
Yeah,
hear
there's
all that part. but I
somebody
do
going
know-
out
I
grabbing,
do-
you know,
I do
10,
know
20
that
million ounces of silver.
right now there is a high premium on 90% and stuff, and it's not just her. There's a few big guys out there buying. We can't find enough 90% to fill their orders. I've been selling a lot of 90% by the bags as I get them filled. I'm almost ready to ship out another 2,000 face, and the company I'm sending it to is paying real high, so I don't really care if I sell it to the public or not. But if they want to pay the numbers, I'll be glad to sell it to them first. I mean,
Final countdown says, what about the billionaire who bought 900,000 silver eagles? I don't think 900,000 silver eagles is such a large amount to really affect the premiums on stuff, because that is 1/5 of 1 year at the rate they produce them.
but guys, remember this. The
It's a
problem
lot.
is, I mean,
With
8-10 years ago, we had sterling silver, everything walking through the door like crazy. The stuff is not coming through. Grandma's stuff is gone.
They haven't they not been producing since since the year 2000? Actually, that's only 1/10. Over 10 million every year of the Silver Eagles since 2000, and here lately, that would 900 would be 1/50th, not 1/5.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know what they're going to produce this year because, like I told you guys, at this time of the year, I'm already doing on Maples and Eagles pre-orders, and I can't do them because neither one of them would give me a release. They won't let me pre-order from them, so I can't fulfill pre-orders. Keith, you know that I've done pre-orders in the past. I can't do it this year because they're not letting us have the numbers. So guys, be watching it and be careful about. There is a couple companies out there that is doing pre-orders, and they're, like I said, they're charging around 20, 22 bucks over spot. I'm leery of them because they didn't get a release either. Nobody got a release this year, so it's pretty scary what's going down.
Okay, Army of Chattel said it's rumored that the lady that wanted those millions of ounces is heiress to the Walmart fortune. Wouldn't surprise me whether it's true or not. I don't know. What do you guys know? Do you know it or not?
I don't know the person.
No, I don't. I don't really know enough about it, but I know that they're not from the Walmart area. I know they're from Texas somewhere, and so it could be, but I don't think so. There's a lot of oil money down in Texas.
That's what I heard, Mike, was that she was in oil.
Yeah, there's a lot of oil money there, and there's
A lot of oil people made a lot of money the past 2 years. They want to put it somewhere.
They're making, and if they put it somewhere, they don't have to pay taxes on it right now. And if the dollar crashes, they won't have to worry about it.
I got one last question here I want to get. It's about making, not buying. Do you know what it costs to have a coin certified by PCGS? Depends on the coin. Mike?
It does. It does. And it depends on the value, too, because they do have a limited value. I mean, if you got a $10,000 coin, you are not going to get it graded for 20 bucks. I mean, it just ain't going to happen.
They say your value or quality of your coin doesn't make a difference on what they charge you, but yet all their pricing structure is set like that.
It is. Look at their sheet.
Is that not contradictory, Robert? They tell you the value of your coin doesn't make a difference how much we charge you.
Well, I've heard some people say that, I've actually had dealers tell me they go to the next tier up to try and get a higher grade.
Yeah.
I have done that. So
it works sometimes too.
Hey, Mike, thank you. You proved my point.
It works sometimes too.
I know it does. I have done it myself too.
So,
I didn't want to.
I'm not saying I've done it. I'm just saying it works sometimes.
I have.
What I'm saying basically, guys, is they tell you one thing, but yet all their pricing is structured to say, "Oh, we are charging you by how expensive or how good the coin is," but yet they tell you the quality or value of your coin doesn't make a difference. Honestly, that's an outright lie. They price it one way and tell you something else.
It's not.
They might as well just stand in front of you and slap you in the face and say, "I didn't do that."
But it ain't just PCGS. NGC.
No, it's all the grades.
Annex does it.
And now CAC's going to start doing it too.
Yeah.
because they're starting to grade.
Yeah.
They built their reputation up. Now they're going to
Anybody
grade.
know whose equipment they got?
Probably ICG.
Probably ICGs, yeah.
You think it was ICG, not the old PCI?
It could be PCI, but I would think they would have been dissolved a long time ago. They've been out so long.
It could be Black Label too, the guys out of Detroit that failed.
Yeah.
Well, who did Black Label have?
Huh?
I think Black Label came.
Black Label.
PCI has sold that. PCI, I know.
Black
there's
Label
been-
bought a lot of equipment from PCI.
Yeah, I
But-
was gonna say, I know there's been at least 5 different companies own parts of PCI equipment. That's why I was wondering.
But the thing about it is, what you guys fail to realize, that they've been around. CAC has been around since 2007, 8, 9, somewhere in there, somewhere early, or at the latest, maybe 10 or 11. But they've been around so long that they probably earned enough money just to pay a manufacturer to build the new equipment new. They built a reputation.
You remember
By just agreeing with someone else that graded coins. Either agree or disagree. It's a true or false statement.
Well, just remember, Keith, before they took and started CAC, they took and they worked for the big grading companies. They
Yes,
worked for
they
PCS.
And all they did when they started their company is just like answering a true or false. They had a 50% chance of being right. Yes, maybe they learned some stuff along the way, but they still have to prove themselves as graders.
Well, yeah,
We're gonna
the
see.
bottom line is they really made a lot of people happy when they gave them a gold label.
Oh, yeah.
But
But I'm just saying a green label was a true, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah, but you know what? ANAX, CAC, ICG, any of them. All they're doing is pricing your coin for the
That's
most.
all
I
they're
mean,
doing.
the grade is all subjectionable. And I'll tell you what, I got some PCGS coins that they tell me are 65s. I wouldn't call them a 63, but I've also gotten 63s that I could take and throw in and get a 65 today. So,
Well, you all know, though, and I always say this: the coin, you're buying the coin, not to hold it. Grade the coin, and that's why I always tell you guys study, grade your coin, because not always. And it's just like, for example, this young man over here, my little brother, had bought a gold coin from me. Now,
Without seeing it.
one of the biggest guys out there, I won't say his name, out of New York, tried to buy that coin. I tried to buy that coin back from him for $1,000. I told my brother before he even seen the coin that it was undergraded.
I bought it without seeing it.
He bought it without seeing it, but when he bought it, he decided he didn't even want to make an extra $1,000 and sell it back to me because I was getting ready to make another $1,000.
And then you offered me when I get down there, didn't you offer me like 12,000 for it once I was
Yes,
there?
I did. Yeah.
And then I brought the coin back and was offered 15,000. I turned it down, and then 20,000. I turned it down. The coin only in the gray sheet now. The coin is still only worth 7,300, but I turned down 20,000.
But here's the thing: it jumps really big on the next grade.
Oh, 122, 123,000 or something like that.
And it's undergraded. Thank you, PCGS.
Yes, thank you, PCGS. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Guys, this has been a great conversation. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everybody in the chat. I think it's past 8:00. Wow.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna have to close out. Whoever wants to go first. Let's start with Robert tonight. I think we start with Mike last time.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I appreciate each and every one of you, just like I know Mike and Keith does. Guys, we're having some fun. Do yourself a favor. In Keith's chat, let him know what you guys want to hear or what you want to talk about. Even suggest some guests and stuff. But hey, we're trying to have a good time, trying to teach you guys something. And hey, you can teach us something as well. I am Robert a Coin Up. Go check my channel out. We have a lot of fun, and we have auction 3 nights a week. So hope to see you there. Thank you all very much.
Hey guys, this is Mike. I really appreciate you guys stepping in tonight. Listen, guys, I'm going to say it again. Whatever you decide to stack, whether it be collectibles or bullion, make sure that you are doing yourself the best favor by checking with your local dealer and make sure you're getting a good deal. Don't just take the guy over the phone's opinion. It could hurt you. Okay, guys, I am out. I will see you the next time. Keep it real.
Hello again, guys. Thanks for hanging. I had a great time tonight. Mike and Robert, go check out their channels. Their channel links is in the description below this picture, right down there. You can see it. Check them out. Both great guys. They're both coin dealers. As you know, everybody comes up as a coin dealer. And I want to thank you guys for all the support. And again, like Robert said, if you guys got anything you want us to talk about in 2 weeks when we come back, just leave me a comment, and we'll do our best to try to focus the stream around that. So again, thanks for coming. Don't be a stranger. And we'll see you next time. Bye.